Are you looking for a portable, waterproof Bluetooth speaker that you can bring with you anywhere without breaking the bank? I've got two of them right here that we're about to talk about. Y'all stick around. What we've got is the JBL Charge 4 and the Bose Flex speakers right here. Now these two guys on Amazon are very closely priced. The Charge 4 is coming in at $115 and the Bose Flex right now is on sale actually on Amazon for $129. And I will provide links below to each of these speakers for you to check them out. So for roughly the same amount of money, do we get the same speaker, the same amount of speakers? Well, let's talk about them. Both of these speakers are completely waterproof. The Bose has an IP67 rating, which means it is submersible in 1 meter of water for up to a half an hour. Now, funny thing is, it floats, so you should never submerge it. Now, the JBL, it has an IPX7 rating, which means it too is completely submersible for up to 1 meter of water for up to a half an hour, but it's also dust proof. And this one also floats. So neither one of these speakers are going to be underwater for very long, but they will float on top. Now, first thing we'll talk about is the packaging. If you're looking, this is really simple and not a lot of people worry about it, but if you want to keep your speaker in a package as a case for it, I guess, the JBL's really got a nicer package. It's got a magnetic flap on it that opens and keeps it, and it's actually foam lined. It's pretty nice. So the box is really nice. This is the speaker. I did get the white camouflage one. Now in the box, it comes with another smaller box, which has your power cord and a quick start guide to it. But like I said, this speaker is packaged very nicely from JBL. And once again, if you wanted to use it for a case, you could reuse this one time and time again. Now the Bose, on the other hand, comes just very simply packed. There's no foam packing or anything. There is a quick start guide to the Bose as well, and a charging cord. As you can see, these two speakers look rather different, and they are a little different, but I feel for the same price, they are close to the same price. They're a good comparison between the two. Now the JBL is a cylindrical speaker, and it's got a flexible bass resonator, I suppose, on each side. It is covered in a fabric, and like I said before, I got the white camouflage. I think it looks really nice. It does have a little foot where it can sit. Now in the back, there's a flap, and behind the flap, you'll have your charging port, which is a USB-C. You'll have a line out, actually auxiliary, or is it a line in? Excuse me, I do believe it's a line in auxiliary, 3.5 millimeter aux jack, and it's got a USB port that you can charge your devices with or anything like that. Now the Bose is a flatter style, and it is a rubberized material on the back. It feels really good in the hand, and it does have a metal grill that's been powder coated, so they're both extremely rugged and durable. Now the Bose will only have a charging jack on it, a USB-C. Now let's get into the features of them. The JBL, when we turn it on, it immediately connects. You can see down here at the bottom, there's several LEDs that indicate the state of charge on it. Now let's turn it back off. Now we also have a Bluetooth connect button, and we have a plus and minus button, which would turn your volume up and down, and we have a skip and a repeat button on it as well. Now with the Bose, when we turn it on,
battery 100%.
It will tell you that the Bose battery is at 100%, or whatever percentage it actually talks to you, and it'll tell you what it's connected to. And right now, this one's searching for something to connect to. It didn't grab my phone or my computer right away.
Connected to Corey's S21 Ultra.
Okay, so it just grabbed my phone, and it tells you connected to my Samsung Ultra. Now it has several buttons on the top. It's got a positive and negative button for volume up and down, and it's got a multi-use button. If you press it one time, it will skip to the next song. If you press it 2 times, it will reverse. And if you press it 3 times, it will pull up your digital assistant on your phone or whatever it is you're using. There is a Bluetooth button and there is a power button. Now Bose says that this speaker is good for 12 hours of continuous play. Now I'm assuming that's at like 50% volume. It won't be wide open. But these little things sound really good. And if you're using one of these, generally, I would think you don't want it really loud. That's why you got something smaller. And if you're looking for something really loud, you generally have something a little bigger. So these things will last a long time. Now this one is rated at 20 hours. That's what JBL says. 20 hours at, I'm assuming, at about 50% volume. Now I could be wrong with that, but I know when you turn them up, the battery performance does go down. So we got 20 hours and 12 hours. Something else the Bose does that the JBL does not do is it will accept a phone call. If your phone's in another room and it's charging up, and you're playing your music over your device and your phone rings, you can simply answer it and conduct a phone call on your speaker, which is really nice. And it also has this nice nylon strap on it as well, which you can use a carabiner and hang it vertically. And Bose also says that it's smart in that the fact that if it's laying down, sitting like this, or hanging, that it will adjust the EQ according to how it's sitting. It does have a little bass port or a bass speaker in the back, and when it is laying down, the bass will be a little bit more pronounced. What we're gonna do is we are gonna use my trusty little meter here, and we're gonna see what type of sound or how many decibels we can get out of each one of these things. And then what I'll do is I'll let a song play, and we'll do a little sound test on them. I can only play a short clip of that song because YouTube will demonetize me, but I don't know if you guys can see it, but this little fella put out 106.6 decibels sitting right here. This thing is really impressively loud. So now we're going to turn on the JBL, turn off the Bose, and we'll do that again. This JBL was remarkably loud at 106.5 decibels. So that's pretty stinking good. This little thing sounds really good. These little things really have impressive sound. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna set the camera up right in front of these, and I'm gonna play a sound on it. Now what I've noticed personally, I think the Bose sound is a little bit warmer than the JBL. Maybe just a little bit. Now the Bose does have an app that you're supposed to download to get you connected to your device. And I really don't know why these things need an app. There's not an adjustable EQ. About all it does is give you a nickname for your speaker, which mine is Disco Baller, by the way. I thought that was pretty cool. It does allow you to select, let the app come up with generated names. Thank you, honey. And mine is Disco Baller. But the JBL does not need an app, which I really like. My phone's got enough apps on it. For crying out loud. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get these things set up, and I'll let you hear the difference. They are both extremely loud for the size they are, and they really have a good tone to them. So let's check it out. Lightning and the thunder.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, put your hand in the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go to bed, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real. But how's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah, I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these shit I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with the word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
As you heard, both of these speakers sound really good. I hope you were able to get a good representation through my microphone and through whatever it is you're listening to. As far as decibels go, these things are identical as far as how loud they actually do go. And truthfully, I'll say this. If you were to decide which one to spend your money on, with both of them relatively close in price, I mean within just a few bucks, it's probably going to come down to brand loyalty. A Bose fanboy is going to say this one sounds better, and a JBL fanboy is going to say this one sounds better. Personally, trying to be not brand specific at all, because I really only have one other Bose JBL speaker, and it's the little clip that I hang on my bicycle. So it doesn't really sound good anyway. It's just something to listen to. So I'm not going to say I'm a JBL fanboy by any stretch of the imagination, but to me, I find the highs a little more pronounced in the JBL. Now, my wife just sat here and listened to that as well, and she found the Bose to sound a little better. So they're really close is what I'm getting at. If you're looking for one that you can make a phone call on, well, you can't do it on the Charge, but you can on the Bose. If you're looking for one with 20 hours of battery life, this one will get you. If I had to spend my money on one, I think I'm going with the JBL. Now, this is the Charge 4. We do know the Charge 5 is out, but it's a little more expensive. If I was looking to save a few bucks, the Charge 4 is a great option. They're both waterproof, they both sound really good, and they're both extremely portable. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the content. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, I'll see y'all on Everyday Man.